Hi guys, in this video I will be explaining some background information about the UV bracelet activity. So we are constantly being told to protect ourselves from the sunlight because it contains ultraviolet rays that can be damaging to our skin and eyes. But how do we know if UV rays are actually there? This activity shows how UV light affects the pigments on the beads. During this experiment, people will be able to see how UV light causes the UV active pigment in the beads to activate and change color. So instead of using UV rays from the sun, a UV flashlight will be used but will still cause the same change in color. It is important to explain these concepts in a manner that everyone can understand. So let's talk about how you can explain this to a child from PK to 6th grade. The younger kids know some basic information about ultraviolet light. They know that ultraviolet rays come from the sun and that matter is made up of tiny particles and cannot be seen by the naked eye. The rays are invisible to us, but we can still see the change they cause in the beads. You can say that indoors the bracelets are white because there are no UV rays to change the color of the beads. Although these rays are invisible, they can still be harmful to us over time. Students in middle school know a bit more information than kids in elementary school, so you can explain this activity with some more details. Middle schoolers know that ultraviolet rays from the sun are electromagnetic radiation and consist of shorter wavelengths. This shorter wavelength can ionize atoms and ultimately damage living cells, which is why UV rays can be harmful to us. A chemical reaction occurs when the beads are exposed to UV rays, which leads to a color change. The colors that we see is due to light being reflected, transmitted, or absorbed by matter. Lastly, college-level students are much more knowledgeable with this concept. College students know that ultraviolet rays are electromagnetic radiation that appears on the violet side of the spectrum. These rays have the potential to ionize electrons in molecules like DNA and cause damage, which is why it is important for us to protect ourselves from the sun. The beads contain organic molecules that change colors through a chemical reaction once exposed to UV rays. Once light is removed, the colored molecules react and once again become colorless with heat favoring the reaction. The process of color change that the beads go through is called photochromism. Photo stands for light and chromism stands for color. In this case, light is a form of energy that causes chemical reactions to occur, further proving the fact that UV rays are present. To conclude, try to explain the concept behind this activity in a manner that is easy to understand and at the same time interesting. Thanks for watching and good luck.